Hello again, Honky Tonks. Now, I never thought that I could possibly dislike a British politician, let alone a British Prime Minister, as much as I disliked Gordon Brown. I really didn't like him. The guy is a perfect example of someone who thought he could do a job when in fact he couldn't. He was useless. He nearly bankrupted the country. He was or still is, I mean, you can't change. A guy like that can't change. A self-righteous, oafish, out of touch fool. That's what he was. He had no people skills whatsoever. None. An angry man. Thought he could be angry and bully people and get his own way. It didn't work. And he was gone, thank God. Anyway, enter Keir Starmer. Now, Keir Starmer, in my opinion, is Britain's version of Justin Trudeau. Justin Trudeau is your typical out-of-touch, self-loathing, woke wankoid. Another one who has complete disdain for his own people when they rose up against him and, again, had valid concerns. These weren't people who wanted to cause insurrection or destroy the country. They were just, listen, we don't like this isn't working, please stop it. But no, he criminalised them. And that's what Keir Starmer's doing here. He's doubled down since that infamous speech. He made a worse one. He called everyone far right. Of course, we're not all far right, are we? We're just people with valid concerns. They're valid concerns that people like him don't like or don't understand. He lives in that metropolitan London bubble where everything is unicorns and rainbows and free sweets, and everyone can be what they want to be, and depravity is acceptable, etc. That's the society he comes from. But then again, he's a socialist, isn't he? That's what they're like. They're completely, it's like they're from another planet, I think. I think middle class people are descendants of aliens and Neanderthal man who mated and produced these people, because if you look at them compared to working class people, they have a certain way about them, don't they? They have an unearthly lack of common sense and understanding and empathy. So yeah, that's my theory. What do you reckon? So apart from convincing me that Gordon Brown wasn't the worst Prime Minister after all, he's also achieved something else which is extraordinary, in my opinion. He has done something which no other British Prime Minister at all has ever done. He has managed to unite Irish Republican nationalists and British patriots. Imagine that. There are scores of photos and videos online on social media of Irish nationalists holding their tricolours, their country's flag, along with people holding up the British Union flag. Did you ever thought that would happen? I never thought that would happen in my lifetime. I never did. And it reminds me, I was speaking to a chap during the United Kingdom march at the weekend in Trafalgar Square, and he was holding a tricolour flag, an Irish flag, and I remember thinking, my God, I'm going to be marching next to this fella. I never thought that would happen. Me, a British soldier. I was in Ulster for 3 years. The IRA people who represented this flag were the enemy, we were taught. And now here I am marching shoulder to shoulder with the guy carrying one. I never thought I'd see that. And that's down to Keir Starmer. The common cause we have is mass migration and the problems it brings, along with two-tier policing. And now the criminalisation of British people as well as Irish people is happening over there as well, for having an opinion against it. Doesn't make us racists, it doesn't make us xenophobes. But for Keir Starmer to double down on his follow-up speech after the first one, which is bad enough, I mean, my goodness, the guy is out to get us. Keir Starmer is out to get us, ladies and gentlemen. He really is. I don't mean to be a doom monger, but the writing's on the wall. I told you in my last video what he has in store for us, which is terrifying enough. But remember, when you go and march against him and what he represents, this weekend there's like 30 marches, then please, I beg you, the worst thing you could do is kick off. The worst thing you could do is attack the police. The worst thing you could do is destroy businesses, loot, rob, and those people who burnt that police station in, was it Sunderland? Shame on you. What the hell does that achieve? All that's done is justify Keir Starmer's invasive socialist policy of facial recognition. That's all that's done. You idiots. People who did that don't represent us. The people who did that are either the thugs who are drawn to these events in order to do such things because they get off on it, or they're state agitators. They did that to make us look bad. It was none of the people on X or social media whom Keir Starmer and his lot branded far right. The far right's a myth. It's a left-wing conspiracy theory, ladies and gentlemen. The far right is something made up to shut down conversation by the left. That's all it is. Doesn't exist whatsoever. It's nonsense. But hundreds, if not thousands, of ordinary, decent, working-class British people took to social media yesterday and said, do I look like far right? And they don't. They're just normal people. They're families. There's blacks. There's black people. There's Far Eastern. There's Middle Eastern people there who say, well, if Keir Starmer calls me far right, then I'm far right then. Of course they're not. We don't want to live in a society where we get treated like second-class citizens compared to people whom come over here illegally. That's all we want. I think that's fair enough, isn't it? That doesn't make me an Islamophobe, does it? Or a xenophobe or a racist? I don't care about your skin colour if you come here legally and you contribute, obey the law, mix in. I don't mind that at all. But we need to know who you are, and we need to keep the numbers down. We really do. It's just affecting the British infrastructure. It's on its knees. It really is. I'm not marching around with a swastika and jackboots, the Nazi salute, declaring that all these people should be in camps. I'm not. That's what I'm being painted as by these idiots such as Keir Starmer. And he's using that lie to invade my privacy. I don't want my face on any facial recognition technology. I have a right to privacy. I'm a private British citizen. I fought for my country. I've been to war. I've served it, as have thousands of others, and we don't deserve that. Normal, decent citizens don't deserve that either, but there we go. Keir Starmer has managed to unite us. He's managed to unite us against him and his warped socialist ideology. He really has. What an idiot. What a completely out of touch buffoon he really is. People are saying he won't last a full term. I reckon he will. But he will be voted out. I mean, we're 1 month in and look what he's done. My goodness. We've got, what, 4 years left of this? So this is just the tip of the iceberg of Keir Starmer. And expect more. But sadly, expect more trouble. And that's the way it is. There's only so far he can push decent people. And he's already pushed us too far. What do you reckon? And there we go. That's all I've got to say for now. I'm going on holiday for a week. I shall try to make videos and updates, etc. As long as you watch and listen and support me, I really appreciate that. And if you haven't yet, then please consider subscribing to my channel, sharing my stuff, giving it a like, because it really screws up with the YouTube algorithm. Usually it doesn't like to share people like me, but for some reason I've done well recently. And it's all thanks to you. Anyway, I waffled on enough. Thanks for everyone who supported me. Thanks for commenting as usual. You're the best commenters. You're funny, and your comments are valid. They are valid concerns. They really are. Unless of course you incite murder and violence, then it's not. And that's where I stand. Hope you stand with me and others. Right, until the next time, look after yourselves. Don't riot. If you're going to turn up, don't say anything. Don't, just behave. It's possible to get what you want by behaving. All right? And there we go. I'm Paz49, and until the next time, Roger Trout.